Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your March 2022 predictions reading. So lovely to have you here. And if you are a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or you have strong Sagittarius placements in your chart, then this reading is for you. If you're here checking up on a Sagittarius that you care about, you're welcome to stay. I just want you to know, as a cross-watcher, I am a very honest tarot reader, so you may hear or see some things that you don't like. You've been warned, okay? So continue cross-watching at your own discretion. The way that today's reading is going to work is we're going to get general predictions for the month ahead, which is March. We will be getting a oracle card first to tell us the main theme that you're going to experience in the month of March. Then I'll be pulling some tarot to clarify, get some more specific messages, and we'll close your reading with some advice from another oracle deck. Now, in the middle of this month, I will be doing a love-specific reading for all the signs, so I do recommend that you subscribe and check in again in the middle of March. Let's have a look, Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius's main theme for the month of March, please, Spirit? What is Sagittarius's main theme for the month of March? We have clarity coming out for you, which is the Carrot card in this deck. It's also associated with the earth element. We have Virgo and the number 1. I can see clearly now the rain is gone, Sagittarius. What is their main theme? We also have the Positivity Marigold card, which is connected to the water element. We have, is that water or air? It's air, excuse me. The number 40 and Leo as well, being Marigold. So we got a lot of orange. Look at that, orange and green. Orange makes me think of sacral, merging towards your solar plexus chakra. So I feel like something is transpiring in March. I do see a beginning here with clarity. I see this being clarity of direction, but that's an interesting card because we have this inspiration energy of your sacral chakra combined with the earth energy of longevity and desire to create something stable, as well as clarity, which is clearness of mind, basically, or clear thinking, clear knowing. So it feels like whatever's happening for you in March, you not only feel positive, but it gives you this sort of foresight energy, this desire to move forward and this ability to see. Excuse me, I'm getting a lot of like energy come through my mouth. It feels like we're getting a lot of like kind of the desire to see, or the ability to see forward. Carrots always make me think of clear vision. I don't know if that's just what my parents told me, but especially with clarity in this eye here, it feels like we're able to see things clearly. Now that's a beautiful way of affirming something that you've already done. I feel like you recently had to invest in an idea, or you recently went ahead with something and you're getting confirmation that you did the right thing and that you're on the right track in March. The other energy here though is positivity. So it feels like we're overcompensating for what we don't know by being hyper realistic and maybe very self-aware of the potential failures, getting a little bit pessimistic. That positivity energy could just be also referencing the fact that you're struggling to stay optimistic and positive in the month of March. Your brain is getting the better of you and you're overthinking some things here. I want to say that this is leading to a lack of self-confidence with Leo on that card, and it's also taking the joy out of the process. It's making this should be exciting new beginning more daunting and scary and just boring as well and mundane. It feels like this process should be something that reinstills confidence within yourself, so long as you pursue a course of action that you feel confident in. And then you will be able to prove to yourself that you are capable and that you can do this, restoring that self-confidence. It feels like you're being very hands-on with this new beginning, this new idea, this new direction. You want to plan it. You want to make sure you have all your boxes ticked. You want to explore every avenue, good and bad. And you want to make sure that you're accounting for worst case situations. So let's get tarot out here so we can get some more specific messages for you. For Sagittarius, please, Spirit, what is going on for Sagittarius in March? We have the Tower coming out with the Ace of Swords reversed. I think I'm bumping, oh no, the camera's refocusing. Excuse me, there we go. Tower with the Ace of Swords. It is still struggling to focus. One more card. What is happening in March for Sagittarius? We have the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. And we're just going to clarify each of these cards as well, starting with that Tower card. What is happening for Sagittarius in March, please, Spirit? We also have the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. What's going on with Sagittarius? Can we clarify the Ace of Swords? We have the Queen of Swords in the upright. And we also have the Seven of Torches in the reverse. I might just get one more card over here for this Four of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Can we clarify the Four of Pentacles for Sagittarius? Hi. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse position. Oh, these cards, it's so hard to focus. We also have the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Torches. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius, what's going on with y'all? You don't need a quick reading. You need like a whole, you need a whole team around you to give you information right now. The Eight of Swords reversed. It looks like March, you're trying to get yourself out of a situation you feel stuck in. It looks like you are losing confidence in your abilities. You're feeling less than convinced that this is going to work out well because you've had to pivot in a sudden direction and make some changes on the fly. It feels like with the Queen of Cups reversed, you're not really thinking clearly. I want to say that you're just feeling rattled by whatever it is that you've recently been through. The Tower moment tells me that you've been through unexpected change, or you're going to go through an unexpected change at the beginning of the month, and it's quite sudden. It feels like you weren't prepared for the full effect. Maybe you expected something to happen, but you didn't think it was going to be like this. And it's forcing you to rebuild in a way where you have to go from the ground up, and that's scary. With the Queen of Cups reversed, you feel very uncertain about how the situation is going to play out. You feel very disconnected from the outcome and the future, and the sense of you don't even really know how to feel in that moment. You may even be suppressing your feelings and just trying to deal with the issue at hand. It feels like that first week and a half for you, you're trying to work your way out of something blindly and just really trying to get through it. Now, I want you to know that you will get through it. These readings aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to empower you with information and help you know what is coming so that it isn't so jarring when it happens. With the Queen of Cups reversed, I see you coping by trying to downplay the emotional effect this change has on you. You want to take things more seriously, and you want to just kind of disconnect from the way that it's making you feel in order to deal with the situation at hand. That will work temporarily, but I see it taking you to a very cold place by the middle of the month over here. By the middle of the month, we have the Ace of Swords reversed, the Queen of Swords upright, and the Seven of Torches reversed. So what's happening here is we're feeling the weight of an action or a conversation that we regret. It feels like we wish we said something different. We wish we did something different. And we're starting to try to figure out a way to get out of this. We're looking at things from a very removed point of view, almost like a bird's eye point of view, cold, though we're not being emotional about it. We're not trying to be too friendly about it. We're just trying to think of it logically from a removed point of view. If I wasn't in this situation as myself, if I didn't have an emotional attachment to the outcome, what would I do? What would I say? How would I act? How could I move forward? With the Seven of Torches reversed, you feel like things are starting to get, I don't want to say serious, but I feel like you are running from something here, sweets. The Seven of Torches reversed is almost like you're giving up on what it needs to happen because it requires too much effort. And I don't mean to make you sound like a bad guy here, but I think with the Seven of Torches reversed, this challenging situation, pretending that it's not challenging is only going to make the thing bigger than it actually is. And it feels like this is where our clarity, our clear mind is needed. It's good to remove yourself from a situation if it's helpful to be able to look at the bigger picture. But remember that you are the main character in your life. If you're removing yourself to the point where you're removing accountability and responsibility, then you're going to give yourself outcomes outcomes, I guess, for lack of a better word, where the main character's needs aren't ever being met. It kind of feels like with the Seven of Torches reversed, you may be kind of boycotting a big issue here by pretending that you can get away with just doing this for now. So I don't want to say that this is right or wrong. I just want to highlight that, and you in the moment can decide whether this is a helpful behavior or whether this is something that is creating an issue out to be bigger than it is and causing more problems for future self to deal with. The middle of your March, I think that what would be helpful for you is to, yes, get that bird's eye point of view, but use the information you observe at that bird's eye point of view to stand back in your shoes and take some serious action, make some serious judgment calls, and really figure out what you want to do and what you can do to move forward. You're dealing with something here that you feel like could have been handled better, but we can't change the past, so try not to dwell too much on a mistake that can't be changed. Learn from it instead. Break it down and figure out, well, if this ever happens again, this is what I'll do differently. I think that this is a learning situation, but it feels like it's becoming a too much situation and I can't deal with it. I'm not even going to process it. I'm just going to remove myself and put it off for now. So I do want you to know that, and then you can figure out when it happens what is the best thing for you to do in that situation. The last week and a half here, we have the Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Four of Torches reversed. So you end this month feeling like a hoarder, and you're being very careful about what you have, about what you can do, and you're being very obvious with your boundaries of what you can't do. And it is because you're trying not to disappoint yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're trying to be very careful with your emotions and how much things bother you. You're trying to be very careful with your money. It is coming across as selfish. It depends on the point of reference. If you have someone in your life at this time who is very hands-on and supportive and trying to get you through this, they are looking at you as, why are you acting like this? You're so closed off. You're so hard to read. You're being very selfish. You're not sharing any of your feelings, let alone time with me in a meaningful way. And I'm starting to question the foundation of our relationship and where we're going to next. So just be aware of that. If you've got a significant other or people who are in your life regularly trying to support you, they're very confused by what you're going through and they're finding it hard to get to the bottom of what's going on out of genuine concern. It feels like you are keeping people at an arm's length, but in that last week, it's more in a sense of I don't have a lot to give. Either you don't have a lot of money to spend or you just don't have a lot of time. I think with the Five of Cups reversed, you're also in self-preservation mode where you're trying to be careful. Like you don't want to break down. You don't want to get back into that place that the tower put you in. So you're just trying to focus instead on moving forward. And you're doing it in a way where you're being very careful about who you share your emotions with. With the Ace of Pentacles reversed though, we're missing out on an opportunity here because of this mentality and because of this energy. I'm seeing that this opportunity is kind of within our grasp, but because we're so closed off, because we're so shut, like that Four of Pentacles figure, we're not able to see that this opportunity is there for us. It's not something that requires effort that is undue. It's enough effort for us to claim it. The effort that is required is for you to just reach out and go, mine. That's all. And I think that what's happening here is with the Four of Torches reversed, You're ending this month feeling unnecessarily unstable. The Four of Torches reverse could be talking about disharmony in your home, or just a feeling of your energy within yourself is all over the place and you need to hold it together. I want to say, Sagittarius, you're a beautiful soul. And I'm laughing because I mean, at this point in the reading, I just want you to feel like this can get better. I think that the way that this reading is going is that this is the worst case situation, sweets. You have so much potential with clarity and positivity here. Even though positivity is reversed, it's not absent, it's here. But our point of view is that we're sad. So I do think with the Tower here, you do have some serious, unexpected, sudden things to work through, but I don't think that removing yourself and becoming cold and emotionally removed is the way to do it. I think that the best thing you could do is keep communication open with your loved ones, keep your conversation to the point, and when it comes to dealing with people in a professional sense, make sure you're very clear about the things that you need from the people who are asking you, and make sure that you learn from your mistakes so that you are able to process what went wrong and what you would do differently in the future. That process of processing it will also help you understand that you can't change the past. So you need to also forgive yourself and that situation for what happened. It is in your past. It should not stop you from embracing the opportunities in your present, which is what it ends up doing. I think that you're trying to kind of weigh out your options, but you're doing it in a very defensive mode that is actually limiting your options in the overall. So be careful with that, Sag. Let us get some closing advice for you, sweets. It's just a card that will helpfully give us the most helpful advice for you in the month of March for Sagittarius, please. What is going on for Sagittarius in the month of March, please, Spirit? We have a new gown coming out for you in the upright. So I do see new developments. A new gown is associated with the number 18. In tarot, the number 18 is connected with the moon. So a new gown makes me think that what's happening in March is trying to get you ready to rebuild yourself. And sweets, it may take a while. It may be a lot of restructuring that needs to happen in your lifestyle, with your income, with your partnerships. But I want to say that a new gown is about bringing back your confidence. I feel like your emotions are going to be the most helpful tools that you have, Sag. And I think that you may have the accidental tendency to see them as a very prevalent weakness, and you may do everything you can to get away from them without realizing that they are the strongest strengths that you have. Your feelings will not only tell you what the problem is, your feelings will also offer you a way to relieve yourself by crying it out, screaming it out, whinging it out if that's what you need to do, or laughing it out. Your feelings will tell you what is important to you by ways of what you're afraid of losing or what you need when you feel like you're losing everything. Your feelings will remind you how to be happy and how to be sad. And yes, there are heavy feelings, but there are also happy and hopeful feelings. So by turning them off completely, I think we're turning off that very vital connection to ourself. And a new gown is saying that there may be physical changes coming to you, but I do think that before we get there, we need to start setting healthier trends for ourselves in how we cope with these things to bring back our sense of self and confidence as we rebuild ourselves and recreate ourselves and redefine ourselves. Sagittarius month, this March month is a huge month for you, sweets. There's going to be a lot of growth internally, and the external is going to be frustrating because it's just not adding up to what you're going through. So please, the best thing you could do for yourself is stay connected to people who can support you and to the situation as a whole, because this is your life and you are the main character. And it can be overwhelming to sit in that main character's shoes when the ish hits the fan. But know that this is happening so that at the end of the day, maybe you're looking up at the fan and going, I didn't really like it in the first place. Rip it out and put in a new one. I feel like this situation is going to be ongoing, and it's going to lead to a lot of structural changes in your life, a lot of big changes in your life. And you are going to eventually know this as well. That clear knowing is going to come to you as well if it hasn't already. So please hold on to that. And also revisit this reading throughout the month to see if these messages become more helpful. I really didn't mean to shock you and give you something nervous to worry about. Then remember, these readings don't dictate your destiny. It's all about giving you information, and in this case, showing you potentially the worst case scenario so that you can navigate these changes when they happen and use your information as a tool to create the outcome that you want. Your fate is in your hands ultimately. So I do hope that you can get through this in the most helpful way possible, and I hope that this reading is helpful in some way. If it didn't resonate or it's not something that you want to hear, you may have messages and other signs. You're welcome to check out your sun, moon, rising or other strong placements. Or you may wish to disregard it altogether, and that's fine as well. But I will be thinking of you, Sag, and I will be sending peace and love your way. So much love as you get through this. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to connect with you very, very soon. Bye.